I always thought betrayal would come like a storm. Loud, sudden, and impossible to miss. But with Emily, it came quietly, like a shadow slipping under the door. We had been married for 7 years, building a life together in the house we both swore we'd grow old in. She was a respected art curator, adored in her social circles, while I ran a small but successful software company. Life felt comfortable. Maybe too comfortable. It was a Wednesday night when I noticed something strange. She claimed she was working late at the gallery, yet her car was parked right outside our driveway when I returned from a client meeting. That's when a sick feeling settled in my gut, and I decided I needed proof before I confronted her. The next day, I installed a set of discreet security cameras in our bedroom, an act that made my hands shake with both guilt and determination. I hated myself for even thinking it, but I hated the thought of being lied to even more. I kept the suspicion to myself for weeks, watching her grow colder, more distant. She started dressing up more for late nights, and her phone became a permanent fixture in her hand. I told myself I was being paranoid, until the footage rolled in one Friday night. At 11:47 p.m., Emily walked into our bedroom, laughing, not alone. A man followed, one I vaguely recognized as a local art dealer. My heart didn't just break. It detonated. They didn't just cross a line, they obliterated it. In my own bed, on sheets we had chosen together, they tore apart the last shred of respect I had for her. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just watched, recording every second onto a separate hard drive. The betrayal was complete, but so was my resolve. She had no idea the damage she'd just done to her own world. I wasn't going to confront her immediately. That would have been too merciful. No, I decided I would take my time, plan every move, and make sure she lost everything she cared about. Emily's career was built on an image, elegance, professionalism, and impeccable reputation in the art community. The footage I had could burn that image to ash in seconds. I contacted a friend in PR who owed me a favor. Together, we created a strategy. Wait for the upcoming high-profile charity gala, where she would be surrounded by influential donors and board members. At that event, she'd be at her peak, and that's when I'd pull the trigger. In the weeks leading up to the gala, I acted like nothing had changed. I kissed her goodbye in the mornings, asked about her day, and even took her out for dinner once. She probably thought I was too naive to suspect anything, maybe even proud of herself for fooling me. Meanwhile, I was meeting with lawyers, preparing divorce papers, and arranging for the gallery's financial backers, many of whom were my company's clients, to quietly withdraw their support once they saw what I had. The night of the gala arrived. Emily looked stunning, dressed in a flowing black gown, smiling as if she hadn't shattered my trust beyond repair. She worked the room like a queen, shaking hands, making promises, securing donations. When she took the stage to give her speech, I quietly handed a flash drive to the event's AV technician. Seconds later, the massive projection screen behind her lit up, not with her planned slideshow, but with crystal clear footage of her in our bed with her lover. The room fell silent, then erupted into shocked whispers and gasps. Emily froze, her words dying in her throat. She turned to see what everyone was watching, and when her own face appeared on the screen, mid-betrayal, she staggered back like she'd been shot. The man in the video, the art dealer, was also in the room. He bolted for the exit, but not before the cameras caught his face. Every phone in the room was recording. The board members left the table without a word. Donors began pulling out their checks and tearing them in half. Her friends avoided eye contact, and in minutes, her entire career collapsed in front of her. I stood in the back of the room, calm, almost invisible. I didn't need to say a word. The video spoke for itself. She spotted me across the room, her face pale, eyes wide with panic. She mouthed my name, but I simply turned and walked out. By the next morning, Emily's name was trending, for all the wrong reasons. The gallery announced her resignation, effective immediately. Sponsors cut ties. The art dealer's reputation was destroyed as well. She called me dozens of times, leaving messages that went from angry to tearful to outright begging. I never answered. Instead, I sent the divorce papers through my lawyer, along with notice that I was claiming the house, the car, and, thanks to my financial backing of the gallery, ownership of the very art collection she had once curated. Months later, I heard she had left town, trying to rebuild her life somewhere no one knew her name. As for me, I kept the house, renovated it, and replaced every trace of her presence. People asked me if I regretted the way I handled it. I told them no, because sometimes, the best revenge isn't just walking away. It's making sure the person who betrayed you understands exactly what they lost, and knows they'll never get it back.